have met this season. Minnesota won the first, who have 5 30-point and 10 come in when there was a 2 in a row on the Los Angeles. 38 straight sellout here in Vegas. Jackie Young, who's become better at facilitating, making that a point of emphasis. Shot clock now winding down. They need a shot. Chancy pass over to Melissa Smith, who got it off and got it in.
Good confidence there.
Game since coming over in a trade with Dallas. And here's Collier. Courtney Williams in, ultimately McBride to Collier, who has it rim out. And Alana Earns, Becky Hammond, the head coach, two of the best head coaches in the league too, and Hammond and Cheryl Reeve from Minnesota. Great matchup today. Bell. Courtney Williams it up, asked to play the point for Minnesota, really blossoming now in their second year at it with Minnesota.
She really looks to push pace and get them going as a playmaker.
Kayla McBride, K-Mac for the 3. That's become one of her specialties.
And that is a play win over New York. 5 for 9 from three-point land.
Asia Wilson, a little bit wide right. Ball through some changes in personnel during the season as well. Trying to get things together.
They have definitely hit their stride in their last couple of games, changing the starting lineup. And there is Chelsea Gray, who we know was before the shot, so Ace is taking it out.
Richard Carlton does not have numbers, looks behind her.
Both of these teams will look to get out and running in transition as well. You have to get back and communicate defensively. And that is a good three-point shot by Atlanta Smith.
Double against Las Vegas, the first time they played.
4 of Minnesota's starters shooting 35% or better from 3. So you have to know where they are on the three-point line.
And the best mid-range shooter in the WNBA, Courtney Williams, buries it. It's an 8-0 Minnesota run in Vegas.
To ever do it, you mentioned the 4 championships. And when you look at where this particular Lynx squad is headed, scoring, assists, and blocks are all franchise records right now. So they're playing at an even higher level than that team did.
For Minnesota. And the Lynx last year just falling short in Game 5 against New York. You mentioned all the three-point threats. Bridget Carlton's one of them.
Yeah, there has to be, because Minnesota's so balanced. They suck you into the paint, and they score three-pointers at a high clip.
Inside, Wilson, that's a good pass by Gray. Collier cleans it up. Finishing up with watching lacrosse. This is Minnesota, the best team record-wise in the WNBA, taking on Las Vegas. Cam Ward, LaChana Robinson, and
the emphasis right now is this is a team that can spread the floor and really hit the threes at a high percentage. You got to be there early.
Over for Kia Stokes in the starting lineup. Minnesota's made 5 straight shots after missing their first one. 4 of them have been threes. Inside to Napheesa Collier. Very physical guard there by Chelsea Gray, and they got her for the foul. It's always a conundrum. How do you guard Napheesa Collier, especially with all those other weapons?
Well, there's a reason why she's #1 in the WNBA in scoring. Her versatility, her size, her footwork.
So they bring the double. That left Smith open on the perimeter, who got the rebound after it was batted around. Minnesota rolling.
And that's an area where
still a team that's dead even in rebounding during the season with their opponents, but doing better recently. That was one of the things that had been a concern for Coach Reeve going back to last year. Jewel Lloyd is in the game. Chelsea Gray just buried a 3.
Really good ball. Got rotation. Excellent reads.
Collier going right at Jackie Young.
And that is tough in transition. I mean, both of these coaches mentioned transition defense. You might not get matched up the way you want to, but we need bodies in front of ball handlers.
Meg Gustafson into the game trying to guard Collier, who lost the ball on the man. Gotten away with something. Gustafson missing the first 20 games of the season with a leg injury. Underneath, good cut by Lloyd and a nice find.
Yeah, Taylor McBride fell asleep on.
Lloyd coming off the bench for the third straight game for the Aces. Collier, a lot of contact, no foul call.
And you see Lisa Collier with a lot of frustration on the.
Picks up her first personal. Dana Evans, number 11 in red, checking in for Vegas. Carlton almost forced the turnover. Young with the good.
Really picking up here in this possession.
Lloyd attacking the basket. That was something we didn't see her do particularly early in the season. Settling for a lot of threes. She seems to be putting it on the floor.
Off of her. I mean, and great awareness by Jewel to know that she's struggling. And
a servant for the game, and if coming off of the bench is going to get us wins and find different ways to approach the game, then so be it. She said, I want to make sure that I'm the best version of myself. I can settle, I can make sure that everyone is in their right places, but coming off of the bench is most important for the.
As long as Jewel, this is her 11th year, has been an elite player for so many seasons. Right now averaging career lows in a lot of offensive categories, but there she goes again.
Yeah.
Lana Smith, by the way, off the floor now because she picked up 2 quick fouls. Jessica Shepard has checked in. She has the ball now. McBride's alone. That's usually a no-no.
I mean, Vegas had the right idea, looking to trap, skip pass for that three-point shot. They are making excellent reads early for three-point looks.
That's really the problem, right? Playing Minnesota, kind of pick your poison. Terrific play by Asia Wilson to somehow recover and get the shot off. Shepard directing traffic. Here's Williams. Her other stud butt's going to come in. Atisha Heidemann as Shepard slices in.
Yeah, that was one of the situations we talked about early with switching. You have to communicate. There's got to be help on the backside. That was too easy. Balance, so you have to guard them on the interior and outside. Just very few weaknesses on the offensive end, which is why they are #1 in offensive rating.
8 assists on their 10 made field goals so far. Jewel Lloyd was left open because Williams got tripped up. Pushing the pace, going right by Evans, drew the foul and buried it.
And Shepard is going to get plenty of minutes in this first half.
Played just last week. And Becky Hammond called it a butt whipping. 109-78, Minnesota won. Shepard had a double-double in that game.
Yeah,
Pardon me.
Aces were coming off of a back-to-back. They had just played in Indiana, so the starters didn't play a lot in the second half of that game.
Rebound, rebound!
Hammond did not really use that as an excuse.
No, she never does.
Yes. They got their butts kicked. Williams got a block from behind by Lloyd.
Then tried to tip it to Nafisa Collier.
Shepard underneath, waited for Gustafson, who had to come in and grab her.
Excellent hands by Jess Shepard. And really good find by Natisha Heidemann. Heidemann leads all it up on the live. Yeah.
Shepard at the line. Did not play last year with the prioritization rules, and she missed 2 free throws, so I believe that means free pizza for the folks in the building. Young slices in and breaks a drought for Vegas.
Too easy. I mean, that is a tall task to be asked to defend Jackie Young one-on-one, and honestly, in any situation, she is so skilled and very underappreciated.
Collier, who kept her relatively quiet this afternoon, but she was able to get some space.
Yeah, she hasn't been happy about some fouls have been missed.
Back-to-back 30-point games for Collier coming into today. Young keeps the dribble alive, and then over McBride.
Becky Hammond wanted her team to pick up early. They have not been doing that so far in this game. Nafisa Collier off there, but you got to pick up Courtney Williams a little earlier. Make her feel you.
Happy with what Jewel Lloyd has done off the bench.
All of her skill set showing us different shot selections, various looks depending on how the defense is guarding her.
Already with 7 points, but Kayla McBride just needs Good from your offense.
We played off our defense. You know, when you get stops and you can play with some flow, it's good for us.
Speaking of your defense, Coach, you held Asia Wilson to 0 for 3 from the field. What do you need to continue to do to limit her impact?
You know, play.
Far so good on that. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Cheryl Reeve, the 16th year with this franchise, and they are out to a blazing start in this game and in this season. Minnesota's 35 any quarter this season.
Boy, how quickly Jess Shepard is getting down the floor. She is beating everyone. Those out move right to the rim.
And what a luxury to bring her in off the bench with Smith in some foul trouble. Asia missed everything on that drive. Maria Kundakova is in now for Minnesota, a 6'4" Russian player, number 77. Collier starting the quarter on the bench. Defensive Collier. Kundakova with the miss. Minnesota's hit.
Hard to play the math game. That puts a lot of pressure on Las Vegas from the three-point line, a place where they have not been consistent this year.
And they are in 8th place in the standings right now. Top 8 make the playoffs.
A lot of holding of the ball by Vegas. They got to move it, pass it, and run out of time there.
Yes, they did. Lloyd with the last-second shot. Heidemann, who's contributed off the bench. And then Lloyd gets in front of Shepard. Just not a good pass. Courtney Williams scores against Air.
Yeah, Las Vegas right now just not executing, and it's costing them. Your margin for error against Minnesota is so small because they score the ball so well. And so you
In for Vegas. Lisa Collier still on the bench for the Lynx. Leonai, that's what she can do. There's their best three-point shooter.
make a decision of who was going to start with Drew Lloyd coming off the bench. But I like what Nye gives us off the pine, and I like what Minnesota.
89%, 8 of 9 for Minnesota from beyond the arc. One of the few clean looks for Asia, and that
To break free for that mid-range shot.
13 minutes plus to do it for Asia, who is second in the league in scoring behind Collier. Nye did a good job to initially disrupt. Shepard, boy, Becky Hammett said it right. We talked to Becky before the game. She said, if I wasn't playing Minnesota, watch them play.
Yeah,
But unfortunately, it looks like the Aces are watching them play.
Yeah, it's beautiful basketball. They're executing pick and roll situations and running in transition. They're spreading the floor.
The Aces defense trying to get him back in. Smith delivers. Defense has been a point of emphasis for Becky Hammond lately, and she's been pleased with the uptick. But it's been a struggle against Minnesota today. McBride can't miss.
Oh, boy. That quick release of Kayla McBride. But it's been the whole team, Pam.
She was 5 for 5 from beyond the arc. Anticipation of Minnesota's defense has been perfect. That was a perfect pass by McBride to Shepard.
And again, Jess Shepard than it was last year.
Shepard again out of the league last year. 52 to 24.
Mason's got to spread the floor. Definitely got to get the ball in Asia Wilson's hands in time to make a play. Oh my goodness, she made something out of nothing.
Had to get that shot off at the... Chelsea
It has been impressive from long range in this game.
and K-Mac putting on a show in a place where she used to play. Here's Angel Gray.
Ladies, just Kayla McBride, also known as Kayla McBuckets. I feel like that's how we should refer to her as she started the game off 5 for 5 from 3. But she just mentioned just how this team team, and her being in the right fit is most important for your overall success. Started this season 0-6. They finished with 19 wins. They only had 5 players that returned on their roster. She said, I felt like we were a team of outcasts. At some point in their career, they just didn't find ways to win where they were. She said, here we're authentic for ourselves. We're finding ways to win for one another. And that connection, we were talking about that Lindsay Whalen and Rebecca Brunson, is a lot of what they're trying to put together now.
Yeah, Angel, I mean, Kayla McBride played for Las Vegas, San Antonio before it was Vegas for many years, and has really blossomed in this.
Yeah, really, it's incredible. Players that bounced around, in some cases were cut, and they have found a home in Minnesota. Courtney Williams with 5 assists already in this game, her 11th straight game with at least 5 assists, which ties Lindsay Whalen's franchise record.
Good anticipation there by Jackie Young, and this is what Vegas needs, transition offense.
Becky Hammond says she's the head of the snake, admits that, of course, Ifisa Collier's the best player on this team, but Williams so important, running the point, getting everybody else involved. 13 assists in her last game, pardon me.
It was a reluctant point guard.
Shepard draws a foul with 1 second left on the shot clock. Another timeout.
Los Angeles Sparks team, double overtime. It was a great game, though. Nneka Ogwumike was scoring at will, but big plays by Rakia Jackson. I mean, Dearica Hamby was great. Kelsey Plum, that team is...
So LA trying to get back into that playoff picture. It really is a dogfight to see who will make the playoffs. We know Minnesota will unless something catastrophic happens.
Fun down the stretch to see who can land in that top 8 and make it into the playoffs. And obviously Las Vegas in position to hit that stride, but not a good showing today.
Yeah, that's WNBA playoffs beginning on September 14th. 6 points, but boy, she's had to work for every bit of it.
She really has.
Collier, as she's falling down.
I said tonight, man, it's literally 12:51.
Tonight somewhere.
Yeah.
Lloyd, a little bit too strong. Collier waits for some support.
Minnesota's been dominating in fast break points so far in this game.
And hold as Smith. Important like the first few seconds were with every shot clock, and Minnesota has just been in attack mode. McBride, come on now.
I don't know how you're caught behind the screen with the way that
And that was a long range. That would have been a 4-pointer, I think, in the All-Star game. She's 6 for 6 from distance and just got a steal. Stealing it, 7 for 7. Kayla McBride setting a new personal record for most threes in a half-point game. Unbelievable. Young. We got 2 shots on that. Shepard into the lane. Collier, good defense by Wilson. 8 for 8.
what a...
This is almost as perfect a half as you would want to see from any. Kayla McBride with 24 points on her 8th three. Williams sees the shot clock winding down and hits it anyway. Courtney Williams. Minnesota has only missed 1 3 this afternoon out of 14 attempts. Jewel Lloyd gives them at least something positive to take into the dressing room.